live from Rip City. It's the Urb Thrasher Flower Hour, featuring music, videos, and backstage interviews with the masters of metal, the monsters of rock, and the hellbellies of alt country. Now, throw your horns up and crank it to 11 with your host, Urb Thrasher.
Yeah! What's up, everyone? What's going on out there in the world? Get those horns up! Urb Thrasher here with Brian the Red sitting in tonight for Radical Russ, who is in Boston for the Boston Freedom Rally. Here in Portland, Oregon at Rolla J Studios. Got special guests, man. My goodness, got a little room full here. Got big Jim DeMent from Alabama. What's up, Jim? Yeah, we got Iko sitting over there. We're fresh off the hemp stalk here in Portland. Had a great weekend. So many of us busted our ass. Brian, did we have a great time or what, man?
Man, we rocked it this weekend.
That's right. Big times. A lot of vendors out there, a lot of performers, a lot of speakers. Give you updates on that stuff, man, because you guys really are getting 3/4 of the vendor team, and we're a proud team, man. So you guys get ready to horns up. Got special guest Dave Tree of Tree. Can't wait to talk to him. So you guys turn it up, folks, and let's get to some rock. Excited to be here. Dave Tree is actually going to be playing the Boston Freedom Rally tomorrow with Tree, one of my favorite bands. So let's get to some tunes, come back and talk to Dave Tree and get him to tell us about the Boston Freedom Rally. Turn it up, Tree! Hold on!
burning sea, burning deep in me. The war is over, but not for me. It will never be! I've got a burning sea, burning deep deep in me. The war is over, but not for me. I've got a burning seed, burning deep in me. The war is over, but not for me. It will never be burning, 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 burning. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the For my country, I risked my life. I made the sacrifice. The war is over, but not for me. I still pay the price. Contamination's not confirmed, yet my love still gets burned, and my child is born before. What did I do to ever deserve this? I'm still suffering from my service. Once I marched for war, well, I'm not marching anymore.
All right, big time stuff right there. Urb Thrasher here with Brian the Red here in Portland, Oregon. Rolla J Studios, having a great time, man. All you guys on the East Coast, if that tree rock right there didn't get you going, man, I don't know what will tomorrow and now Sunday for the Boston Freedom Rally. And on the phone right now, man, we have one of the headlining bands. These guys have been playing the Boston Freedom Rally forever. And I've been a big fan of this band since the early 90s, have many stories. Dave Tree of Tree. Dude, man, how are you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you, my brother?
Dude, man, we're doing...
Long time no see, right?
It is, man. I saw you in the early 90s. You guys, man, had it going on, and you guys were coming into the studio in L.A. and recording for Downsizing the American Dream, and you guys were at Hollywood Records. You guys, well, American Studios, who was kind of American Studios.
Studios were Three Dog Night, right? We were talking about it earlier. Three Dog Night actually recorded too, and they were in the house.
They
Fantastic.
were. At the same time, you guys were kind of going in and out, man, and it was like, wow, here's Three Dog Night, and then all of a sudden, here's Tree, and these hardcore dudes, and I'm metalhead, and I'm like, wow, these dudes are just blowing it away from the East Coast, man, bringing a hardcore sound, and it was
it's revolutionary, dude. It's generationally revolutionary. It all grows, it adapts, like Three Dog Night started with their revolutionary, like, rock and roll, and, like, reaching out to people, and trying to, like, do a good thing, and then we're just following the footsteps, good work.
That's right, dude. And you guys did, man. Had a great little deal run right there. 6 or 7 albums through the 90s, early 2000s, a little bit split. Maybe we'll get to that in a minute to hear the story, but we got other things going on right now. This weekend, Dave, man, tell us about what's going on this weekend for the Boston Freedom Rally. Anything you know?
Well, you know what, the city has been trying to fight. Every year, it's like fighting to get a permit from the city, and the judge always just gives up the permit, not the city. And this year, they're using the bombing at the marathon as an excuse to try not to give up the permit or to give them a hard time. But it's always the Freedom Rally. There's always other concerts that have gone on the Boston Common or on the Government Center, or mass events that have happened that don't have to go through the scrutiny that MassCan does. But you know what? When you're doing the good thing, they always try to stop you. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
And if it's a Red Sox game, they're making money. But if it's a MassCan event, it's like you know what? People might be out there thinking outside the box.
It's well said, man. Urb Thrasher here with Dave Tree. And so this is the 24th annual MassCan Normal Boston Freedom Rally. Dude, I mean, you guys, no matter what, you guys have kept this thing going because this is really the second largest hemp pot rally in the nation behind Seattle Hemp Fest, man.
Well, it's I think every city should try to follow it along because honestly, it's been nothing but a pleasure to be a part of. I mean, sure, it's you're out in the sun playing to 10,000, 20, 30,000 people. It can be a hassle, but you get over that. You get over those humps, and everyone seems to have a good time. Dallas, Texas, get on it. San Francisco, get on it.
That's right.
Detroit,
that's right.
I think they should have the biggest. I think you have a week-long pot festival in Detroit and just take over downtown completely and just start growing marijuana in all the parks there and watch that city turn around. Watch it turn around.
I've actually got some great news. So it's been reported that on Saturday and Sunday was the event, and then all of a sudden on Friday, the city was denying the permit for Sunday. And now, all of a sudden, today, Kara Crab Burnham of MassCab Normal won a court injunction. So the Freedom Rally is on for both days, starting at noon, both days. But on Sunday, it will end at 3:30. So it's not a full day, but you know what? I mean, at least it's a Sunday where the people can get out there and exercise free speech.
Well, you know what? It's like they thought, they're thinking making it a little bigger because every year it's just so gigantic, and then when it's over, it seems almost like, wow, it seems too short, So I think they're taking a tip from the West Coast where they have these 2-day events, and so they went for it, and the city of Boston was, I guess, I don't know. You know what? The city of Boston does what they always do, and they lose. So, and the people win. You know. So.
Well, I think
you
have a point though, because Michigan's always had the hash bash, and I think that was only like a half day or a 1 day event too. And it's like, why aren't they having some of these weekend festivals? Because we do have the weekend festivals out here, and maybe that is a point that is trying to happen.
It's too European. I think it's too European to actually have like a weekend festival. I mean, like I'd go all the way to a week festival. Let's just go crazy, you know. But you know, the weekend festival is like, I think it's
Yep.
You know, like for here, awesome in Boston for all its liberal people around the country think in America think of Boston and Massachusetts so liberal. Yeah, come to Boston and you'll see how liberal it is. You know, I mean, like, we're not a bunch of Republicans, but people are pretty, like, conservative in nature. You know, I think it's, like, they're very old school, they're very traditional. You know, so for the 1 day event, just to pull off a 1 day event for 20-odd years on the Boston Common, promoting not just like marijuana, you know? It's not just about marijuana, but it's, like, about, like, alternative ways of thinking, alternative politics, alternative ways of using energy. You know, it brings up a lot of different aspects, and it's also about enjoying the beautiful plant of marijuana for recreational and medicinal purposes. You know,
that's right. And so a lot of
and for Massachusetts, so that's like Massachusetts is pretty like uptight. I mean, we got like the Puritans here, man. Like we burned women at the stake, and we got like let's remember that stuff. You know.
Mm-hmm. So a lot of things are going on with the Boston Freedom Rally, and there's also one thing that's going on is bands. And there's a reason that you guys are there, Dave, man, because Boston Freedom Rally loves you, dude. It's almost like, and I know I can read these Boston takes, and it's like the rally wouldn't be the same without Tree there, man. How do you feel about all that support? And talk about how many years you've been there and how you're excited to be playing there tomorrow.
All right, right off the top, the support from people like you, my friend, and from all our friends and our fans that are pretty much our friends when we meet them. You know, it's been overwhelming and amazing and humbling, and it's always an honor and a privilege. It's always been kind of blown us all, like the band, away when people really like turned on to us and caught on and really enjoyed what we were doing, because we were just kind of doing it and we didn't know, and it turned out to be a good thing, and the support we got was amazing. And so, of course, that's amazing. Same time, playing on the Common for MassCan, they asked us to do this in '91. We were so psyched. The next year, we got to play again. The next year, they're like, you guys can't play. We're like, come on, let us play. They're like, no, you can't. And then, like, Stompbox and Sam Blackchurch was like, they were playing, and they gave us a little of their set times, so we snuck on and played. And MassCan's like, oh, those Tree guys, you guys can play next year for sure.
Oh.
And then we just kept on playing, and like, and then cause we believe in the cause, and it's like not everybody in the band actually smokes weed, but they believe in like what's going on and what they're trying to do with it. So it's always been like a very beneficial thing for us and for MassCan. And then to see the festival grow from like 2,000 to 7,000 to 10,000 to like 20,000 plus people, it's just an amazing experience to live,
Well, it's been over 10 years since you guys have put out a studio album, No Regrets, No Remorse, and it's like you guys are still the wanted band for the Boston Freedom Rally, man. I mean, that's freaking awesome, dude.
Well, we wrote this song, God Grows Grass, and it's about how God's been growing grass since, like, the beginning of time, and not just grass on your front lawn, but, marijuana. And it's been, the people, early man has recognized the gift that God had gave us and cultivated this plant since the beginning. So, I think that's one of our hit, gimmick riff songs that we got in there. It's like our foot in the door. God grows grass. Period.
I do, dude. And you guys have always kind of been a political, I don't want to say a political band, but you've never been afraid to shy away for some issues, maybe plant a tree or die, the whales. I mean, you just have always been pretty vocal about issues, man. I've always appreciated that about Tree and yourself. And so tomorrow you guys have got a kick-ass set. It's going to be awesome. What like, do you guys ever wonder sometimes what if we were together, or what, you know, like you guys are hanging out? Do you guys ever think, or I know you guys are doing separate things, man. Fill in some of the Tree fans right now on just some kind of goodness.
All right, well, Billy and Brian, the Van Hinckley brothers, they got a band called Never Got Caught, and they're playing right before we play. And basically, we were just doing the old school, like, they gave us a set time, and like, can we get them on the show too? They're like, oh, we don't have enough time. They're like, oh, we'll give them half our set. And they're like, oh, all right, they got us on the, so we got them on the show. They've been doing really well around here in Boston. They got signed to a local record label, recording studio, Mad Oak, that we're all friends with. And it's run by the guy from Roadsaw, Craig Riggs, that we used to tour with all the time.
Love them.
Put out records out with Frank Kozik's label, Man's Ruin, together, and toured a bunch on that stuff, and toured a bunch just from Boston. And when we did our 10-year anniversary, they were one of the bands that we actually had play with us. So the Hinkses are doing that. I'm just doing a ton of art. I haven't really, I was in this band Superpower up until about 2 years ago, and then before that I was in this band Drug War. Jake is building houses down in Cape Cod. He's building like these giant, like, he's like a house framer right now, and he's pushing this new product that he made for pneumatic tools, like, you know, like your air gun and stuff. He's got like this hook that hooks onto the pipe thing that hooks onto your belt, so when you're like, you can actually climb a ladder and then pull out the hammer and go bah, 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 bah. Then you hook it back up and you go yeah, it's like hilarious. Like we all grew up pretty much blue collar out here on the East Coast. Like I was a painter, Billy did floors, Jake was a framer, and like we'd be at job sites and people wouldn't believe that we were in a band. And and then like the dream when you're growing up is like, well, especially your house painter when you listen to that radio, like, man, one of these days they're gonna play my song on the radio. And they actually did one time, and we were all there. It was like hilarious, and then people didn't believe it was us. So it was like, that was hilarious too.
Yeah,
I mean, I think like what you said, like being political, being important, and being a freedom fighter, you got to do it. You got to put your neck on the line. But you know what? You can't push ideas on people too hard. What you got to do is you gotta state your case. And I think the best way, your best tool is to be hilarious. No. You're gonna be absolutely hilarious. And then, you know, maybe people will listen to you, you know?
There you go. And a lot of you bands out there, man, I hope you paid attention to this split your set kind of thing, man. I think that's freaking cool as hell. I've never really heard of bands helping each other out like that, man. And
are you kidding me?
I haven't, man.
It's unbelievable like how the support we got in the early 90s from like bands like Sam Black Church, who are from West Virginia, right? I did some photography for them because I'm like a photography guy that was in the hardcore scene or way before Tree, just shooting pictures and dancing and doing all that stuff. And I did some photos for them, and then like their manager was some guy that took me up hitchhiking one time when Mandela was in Boston, and he's like, you got a band? Give me a demo tape. And I'm like, what's a demo tape? And he's like, a demo tape's a tape with your music. And I'm like, fantastic. I have one of those. Here you go. And like, he got us a show, and then like Sam Black Church was like, these guys are kind of funny and weird and cool, and we liked them, and they hooked us up and they gave us a break. And then like this band Only Living Witness, they kind of did the same thing. They were a little bit more established.
Yep.
And they were like, oh, these guys are kind of wild and cool, and like, we'll give them a break, put them on a couple of our shows. And like Stompbox, another band that was more established, did the same thing. This band Chloe in Boston, another band that was a little more established, they did the same thing. Gangrene, Slapshot, they hooked us up with shows. And all of a sudden it's like, we had like a fan base, and people like, and like we don't really sound like any of those other bands. We're kind of have like this like really,
yeah, but Boston's got a great that period of time you guys were killing it.
Like the variety of like bands, like Gangrene plays with Slapshot, you know, plays with Sam Black Church, plays with Stompbox, plays with us, plays with Honky Ball. You know, it's like all those bands are totally sounding unique, and that was like the kind of thing that was happening in Boston in the 80s and 90s. Like and I think hardcore and punk rock in the beginning of the conception was way more unique, and then as it progressed in time, things kind of got categorized. Like you're kind of like, you're this kind of this, and you're this kind of punk, and you're this kind of hardcore, and you're this kind of metal, and I'm kind of happy to say that we never even fit into any of those subcategories. We're always like this retardedly weird band, which which was cool and difficult at the same time because it was like we didn't have a really easy way to market ourselves. Market, that word, market, which is what the labels complained about. But to us, it was like our stuff was kind of like an open envelope that like lots of different people from different genres would like us.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you guys definitely supporting the scene and what you're doing this weekend, and you guys have always been on top. One time, dude, I got to tell you this real quick. One time I went to a Clutch show out here, and, I didn't get really the news, the East Coast news on you guys like we should have. It just wasn't like that, and so I was just going to a fucking Clutch show one night, dude, and I was just standing there on the right side, and there was a dude, and he had a hat on, man, and I knew who that fucker was. And you know where I'm going with this story. And I was looking at him going, dude, are you? And right there at the end, man, he shook his head yes. And I was like, fuck yeah, Uzi, dude, I knew that was you, man. So he went on to play with Tree. You went on to play with many bands. And as you said, you guys have always kept it going. So, man, we wish you guys all the luck tomorrow. I look forward to you guys kicking ass and playing those great tunes. We're going to play a few more here in a second. And I can't wait to see the pictures and hear about all the great things. So,
it's been, I still remember you coming to the shows in L.A. when it was like you, like 15 Mexican friends of ours, and like a couple Irish landscapers that we befriended at the bar the night before. You know what I mean? Like,
it's true.
And the owner of the club going, you guys are awesome. Let's buy some perks. It's like, remember that stuff? And we go out in the parking lot and going, that's ridiculous. You guys were pretty good. How come there's nobody here? And I'm like, it's just the way it is, man. I mean, like, you have to gamble with your life, to make good things, really, really good things happen. You got to put everything on the line.
All right. Take care, bro. You guys.
It doesn't pay off with what you get in your wallet. What it pays off is with beautiful things, and you make good things happen. You inspire other people, and other people inspire you, and it's a blessing and it's a gift. And I thank you for this blessing and gift.
Take care, bro. For Tree and all you guys, turn it up. Hair's tried. Turn it up, folks. Load those bowls.
Woo!
here. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out tonight. We're humbled and honored and privileged to play for you tonight. Thank you so much. The song's called Truth. I need beer. I need beer up here. I spilled all my beer. Jake needs a beer. Maybe Billy.
I have to read about the way myself. Bring me down in the cell, but I won't break. I won't break. I won't try to crush my spirit. Can't even get near it. No, I won't break. I won't break. No, no, I won't break. I won't break. No, no, I won't break. I won't break. No, no, I won't break. I won't break. Reaching for the Bible like a junkie for the needle. Reaching for the Bible like a junkie for the needle. Fucked up fundamentally, you're fucked up. Leaning on your church like a cripple on a crutch. There's a white devil among us. There's a white devil among us. There's a white devil among us. There's a white devil in office. Yeah. Your blind faith has left you unforgiven. Wielding a religion as if it were a weapon. Fucked up fundamentally, you're fucked up. Running your pockets to deceive the believing flock. There's a white devil among us. There's a white devil among us. There's a white devil among us. Walking on the right side. On the right side. White God with blood and blue eyes, the God of lies. White God with blood and blue eyes, the God of lies. Jesus didn't look like that. You know he didn't look like that. I hold all you right-wing Christians in suspicion. There's a white devil among us. There's a white devil among us. There's a white devil among us. There's a white devil in office. There's a white devil among us. And everybody's down with the devil in me. There's a white devil among us. And everybody's down with the devil in me.
Big time Tree right there, man. I appreciate Dave Tree of Tree. Oh, man. And Urb Thrasher here with Brian the Red here in Rolla J Studios in Portland, Oregon, man. And we are rocking Tree. Freaking love those guys so much, man. Let's get back real quick. Come back.
Devouring all the stupid fucks. Devouring all the stupid fucks. Devouring all the stupid. Devouring all the stupid. Devouring all the stupid fucks. White devil among us. White devil among us. White devil among us. White devil among us. White devil among us.
Heavy hardcore right there. Boston hardcore right there. And you can go see that tomorrow, Saturday, the Boston Common, 5 p.m. Eastern, for the Boston Freedom Rally. Man, I'm so excited for Dave Tree and Uzi and all the guys in Tree who have been supporting that event so long. Really appreciate him being on this show and bringing all that great rock for so many years. You guys can go look that up. Many videos on YouTube. Tree Music is the website.com. And he's got his Facebook, Dave Tree. So you guys friend him up. Tell him you guys like that stuff, because that's some hardcore stuff right there, dudes. And as Dave said, man, he never shied away from talking about stuff, and he always blended in other kinds of music, and they had their own version of hardcore. Boston's got a lot going on over there, so you guys definitely check them out. All right, man, here at Urb Thrasher Flower Hour, you know we always like to bring some new music. I haven't in a long time. I feel like I've been slacking, man. We've been away from the studio. Russ has been on tour. He's in Boston right now. We got Brian the Red filling in for him in his chair. And we've just had Hemp Stock, we've had Hemp Fest, we've just had so much stuff, and so I feel like it was time to get to a little bit of new tunes, man. Let's see what's going on out there in the world. And so this next 3-pack we got going is more on the signs of like, more in the, maybe, I don't want to say stoner rock, but you know, it's like, if there's some stoner rock, if there's some stoner metal going these days, man, these bands got it. And first up is Vista Chino, and if you guys have always kept up with Caius, man, those guys have the brand new band here. And so let's check them out. Coruscant coming up too, and then Portland's Red Fang coming back at you. Urb Thrasher Flower Hour, 420 Radio. Dude, brand new Red Fang from Portland, Oregon, man. Love that band, man. They're doing so great these days. They're on tour right now, and they've got a brand new album coming out, so you guys look it out. And that tune right there was called Blood Like Cream. And before that is one of my favorite bands going these days, Coruscant. Not many people know of them. They're a Metal Blade Records artist, and you know why I love them so much is I was a big fan of Riot back in the day, and they remind me of Riot so much. They had a great album, Fire Down Under, and it's freaking rock, dude. Back in the 80s, that was some heavy shit. And this is before, like, Metallica. And if you know Metallica, those bands like that really got a lot of their tunes from bands like Riot. And so before that was Kings of the Stoner Rock, Caius, who are now Vista Chino, which is basically John Garcia's on vocals. I shouldn't say it's Caius because so many members are all over the place. But John Garcia definitely carries the torch. And you can hear the total Caius sound in that band. So Vista Chino, you guys can check them out. Right now they're on tour, kicking major ass. Man, the song was called Dargana Dragana. And so good stuff, man. Stoner rock always rules. We're always going to play metal here. We're always going to play bluegrass and anything that rocks. And so really, really appreciate Dave Tree of Tree joining us earlier on in the hour. Man, it was one of my favorite bands in the 90s, dude. Hardcore stuff. And they are going to play tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern set at the Boston Common for the 24th annual Boston Freedom Rally. So you guys get on out there. All you guys on the East Coast, man. We need you to get out there and support this event. All the feds, Washington, they're all watching right now. All these events we're doing. We just had Seattle Hemp Fest up here. We had a good 150, 200,000 there. We just had Hempstock here. We had a good 50,000 here or something. It was just big-time crowds. So you guys get out there. They're watching to see what we're doing, and we're out there fighting. You guys know we are. And these events are how we show what we do and how we exercise and how we speak freedom. And so you guys get out there and exercise and support the Boston Freedom Rally. Radical Russ is actually there right now. He'll be there tomorrow. He's going to call in hour 2. We're going to get a report from him. They've had a lot of reports. It was going to be just Saturday until today. And Masscan Normal won a court injunction, and so now it's on for Sunday. And so they're allowing from noon to 3:30. So you guys go on and plan for Sunday too. All right, you guys, definitely appreciate you supporting the Urb Thrasher Flower Hour here at 420radio.org. Got a big hour 2 coming up. We're going to talk a little sports. We have a fantasy football league going on. We have college going on. And so big time stuff, man. Tomorrow, big, huge game in college football, Texas A&M and Alabama. So you guys come back, check us out, see what's going on. We'll talk a little Hempstock, man. As you guys know, Hempstock was this weekend. We've got all 4 of us that were in the studio right now. We're there. So we'll have a couple stories, maybe show you some pictures, and talk about that. And so you guys come back, check it out. Here's the time. Load your bowls, get up, fill your drinks, and come on back, and let's talk a little sports. All right, we're going to load ours. We'll be back. Horns up. Go.